Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today we're discussing a wonderfully versatile diver from Breitling on Breitling's most interesting bracelet. This is the Breitling Superocean Heritage 42 in stainless steel. This 42mm heritage-inspired diver references the great late 1950s Breitling reference 1004 diver, the very first Superocean, and this 42 stainless steel watch definitely channels the best of the past while giving you modern fit, finish, precision, quality, and durability. You can't dive with the vintage diver, but you can take this anywhere the currents carry you. On my 16cm circumference wrist, it's a large watch. A Breitling 42 still wears large. As you can see, the watch, 42mm in diameter, does not feature crown guards, so it's got that going for it. It won't dig your wrist, so it's a great option if you have problems with that. Lug-to-lug, it's a big watch for a 42. 51.4mm, and the spacing between the lugs is a beefy and modern 22mm, so you will find that the watch wears like a modern timepiece, even if the look is vintage. Only 13mm thick. That surprised me, as I was expecting this to be far thicker than a sub. In reality, they're only about 2/10, 3/10 of a millimeter apart, so this can fit under a cuff with ease, including a tight dress cuff. Opening up the clasp, we'll talk about what makes this Breitling Ocean Classic bracelet so charismatic. First, it's the look. You start at the lug, and you can see it has that straight bar aesthetic that vintage enthusiasts will recognize from the 50s and 60s. That straight bar is handsome, lustrous, beautifully polished and gleaming, and it transitions to a almost Milanese style mesh bracelet. So if you're familiar with the Milanese bracelet for a dress watch, this is that, albeit thicker, burlier, stronger, tougher for sporting applications. It's almost like a piece of silk. It doesn't evoke chains of metal, rather a very supple textile or natural fiber, and very, very soft and comfortable. It's silken on the underside as well, and you can see that it's quite easy to size. Don't be put off by it, as each of these individual links is really a compound link fixed in place by a conventional screw, so you can very easily size this bracelet. And you can see that there are several anchoring points inside the stamped steel clasp, so you can change the fit quite easily without removing any of the links. It's a polished single swing arm Breitling clamshell lock deploying clasp. You can see the old school Breitling B winged logo that's been retired as of late. Now the watch features a full polished steel case with no crown guards because this is the vintage inspired diver. This is not the standard Superocean. The standard Superocean has crown guards. Superocean Heritage does not. The Superocean Heritage collection bowed in 2007 and quickly became Breitling's best-selling model line. So this is a popular watch for a reason, and you can see it. It's handsome. The lugs are strong, striking, stepped out from the mid-case. They have a tremendous force about them, almost like a dive take on a Carrera lug. And you can also see how the Breitling bezel is set into the top of the lug, so the lug is extended up almost to the midpoint of the bezel, allowing the watch to be thinner so that the bezel doesn't have to sit on top of the lug. You can see in profile there is a screw on the flank of the bezel, and you'll see more of them all the way around because this is a captive bezel. As Zinn uses, so does Breitling use the captive bezel system. Zinn is quite clear that this makes it difficult to accidentally dislodge the bezel and snap it off if you should slam it against a door frame, a rock, anything solid. This is a remarkably substantial system, and unlike Omega, Rolex, or Tag Heuer, or for that matter, Tudor bezels, this cannot accidentally be snapped off. The bezel is black, minimally calibrated. It has a nice detent. Listen, you can hear. It's crisp. You can line up the index with the minute hand. Now you've got an ideal 0 to 60 minute timer. I love dive watches because the dive bezel is the best chronograph ever invented. Chronograph registers are hard to read. Dive bezels are easy to read. Advantage dive bezel and no downstream maintenance costs for a complicated movement. The dial is more deluxe than you would get on a vintage Breitling 1004. As you can see, there is a rose gold applique Breitling B logo, and then you can see all of the indices are actually polished applique, not printed. The dial base is matte, and you can see that it's elemental. ornamental, just like the original watch. You feature the indices, you feature the white on black print, and that's it. 200 meters, water resistant. The watch features a broad arrow style vintage inspired arrow hand, and underneath the case back is Breitling's caliber 17. It's an ETA 28242, automatic winding, 28/8 beat rate, 38-hour power reserve, featuring stop seconds and a quick set date. It's a COSC certified Swiss chronometer, so precision at least of -4 + 6 per day or better. An accurate and tank tough bidirectional winder. It's the ideal power plant for this nostalgically inflected but very contemporary diving chronometer. See it and make it yours on the watch box. The Breitling Superocean Heritage by Night.